Well, hello, everyone. I am so glad to be here, the first day of the first virtual Edmonton Fiber Frolic, and this is just such a pleasure. We want to welcome everyone. I'm Caroline, and this is Steph, and we're from Ancient Arts Fiber Crafts, and we are delighted to be one of the sponsors for the event. We decided instead of preparing a video for you that we would do a live greeting for the show because I think that that adds a little bit of a personal touch to things, and it's also what I want to talk to you about today. One of the wonderful things about fiber events is that they bring us together, they create community, and they're also really good for us on all sorts of different levels. Fiber arts go back thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of years, and they're part of what actually made us humans. One of the interesting things is that scientific research shows that things like the textile arts actually are important to our well-being and our literal development because they spur motor skills and brain development. So events like the Edmonton Fiber Frolic tie in with what we were doing as human beings 30,000 years ago and further back because they're part of us. They're important to us and they make us who we are. So Steph is here with me because she's my assistant dyer, and the two of us are the co-geniuses behind the new colorways that you're going to see this weekend and the yarn that you're going to see this weekend. So Steph, would you like to put something in on this subject?
No, I guess yes. No, I don't have anything. I'd just like to tail off of that and say that even just in the past year, fiber arts have just been a huge part of my well-being throughout the lockdowns, throughout COVID, and other things that have come along with that. And I know that if I'm having a bad day, I can turn to my knitting. I'm also a weaver. And I can do that, and that diving into that and even gleaning and learning more about different breeds of sheep and the structures and the way yarn is made and how that plays into our finished garment has been a really exciting journey for me this year.
And that leads us really into why this event exists. That this is a chance for everybody that is here this weekend to try out something new. One of the really great things about the Edmonton Fiber Frolic is that they have got all sorts of different textile arts there. So there's things like rug hooking. Well, it's punch needle, but it's exactly the same thing as rug hooking. It just uses yarn. And that's a craft that was developed as a real need, but also a real artistic medium. There are things like embroidery, there is macrame, and that's a really old craft as well. And some of the artwork that's coming out of it is amazing. So over the last year and a half now, I can't believe I'm saying that, of, being part of a pandemic, as we all know, these things have become increasingly important, but they've also really pulled together, like I say, the community overall. So this is an event about community. And I know I'm repeating myself here, but it's just something that I find so exciting and vital, and yet it's really neat to see it enter an entire new world. So when I started off in the fiber arts, it was like, well, you went to your local yarn store and that was as far as it went. And then it got really exciting, a few decades later. Yeah, I might be aging myself here. But you started getting physical fiber events, and that was really cool. I remember going to one in the Calgary Convention Center that was like a big art show, and they had people that did all of these different handmade crafts, and I was like, wow, if only I could be a part of that. Yeah. And who knew that one day I would be? And then, of course, this last year, we started off with these virtual events, and it was like, again, completely eye-opening. So it's been a really exciting thing to participate in. And it's also really spurred people, I think, to try new things and to expand their repertoire. So as a hand dye company, that's been something that we've been doing too. So we've been expanding what we've been doing, trying out new things, trying out new yarns, and trying out new forms of communication, because I think that's really important.
It's also created, oddly enough, a type of intimacy that we've been saying isn't this necessarily the same as when you're going to an in-person show because of the excitement and even just sometimes the spaces. They're crowded. There's lots of people coming into the booth and getting to know different lecturers and different dyers and different designers and makers on the online platform has been really interesting.
Yeah, it really has. I think it really, it's given a whole new lease on things. It's really enhanced it, like just the way that we interact with this. And it's really exciting because you get into sessions like we're participating in this weekend, and you get to meet people from all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, you'll take a lecture and they'll ask, well, where are people from? And I remember there was one that I took recently, and there was somebody from New Zealand, there was somebody from Australia, there were several people from Japan, there were people from Hawaii, there were, of course, people from Canada, and then, places like Iceland. And how neat is that to be able to sit in a virtual room with people from so many different backgrounds and get to know them? And it's the same thing with the instructors. It's so neat to be able to learn from people that you would never normally be able to travel to see. Yeah, so that's been really cool. Something that's very exciting. Just checking our time, because in our welcome and in this little conversation about what fiber art events online mean to us, I want to make sure that we don't run over time here and put our organizers in a bit of a challenging spot. One of the things that I really like about this event too is that it brings together things that are more than just fiber arts. So for example, the blessing this morning, and, being able to talk to people like an MLA, things like that. Again, it ties the fiber arts into more of the community and more relevant aspects of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that I'm really excited about for this weekend as well. I will put you out a crass commercial blurb now. We invite you to partake in our contest. So as one of the sponsors for this event, we're running a color contest. So Steph and I have developed 5 new colors, and we are going to run a contest over this entire weekend and Monday as well, for those of you who are not able to, go and check it out earlier. And the contest is, you get to choose which 4 out of the 5 colors we're going to keep in our color line. So you're going to get to vote. And we're going to do that on various different social media platforms, but you can also come and you can put a vote in our market sessions. So Steph, do you want to hold up some of the colors here?
And is it 5 or 6?
There are 5 new colors, and we are going to keep 4.
Oh, well, I guess I've got two of the same color
so Steph
here.
is holding floral and geode. Okay.
And we've got woodland,
yes. Moraine Lake.
and
And last but not least, this lovely thing, that's Autumn Lake. So that's inspired by larch trees and Lake Agnes up in the mountains and the rocks around. So the beautiful blue of the lake and the beautiful gold of the larches. So as something fun to bring you into this fiber world, go check out our contest and make sure to let the organizers know how much you appreciate the fact that they've set this event up. We still have 2 more minutes. Do you have anything that you'd like to add, Steph?
I don't think so, other than I'm just excited to be here. And that's one of the reasons why you get to see both Caroline and I today, is that, it's the community element. So it's really fun to sit here with you and talk about fiber arts as well. And you can see us between 11 and 1 also in the virtual market.
So the virtual market at this event is completely different from some of the other virtual events you might have gone to. You get a chance to go hang out with all of the vendors. So you get to come and chat with us. We're going to be on video. We also have text chats, and we're going to talk about things that, tie into what we do as dyers, of course, but you can ask us anything. We're going to have our wonderful customer service Wendy person. Okay. Anyway, she'll be there this afternoon, and she is amazing at helping you with all sorts of different things as well. So one of the cool things about the fact that this event is fostering community is the fact that you get to meet a bunch of the people behind the scenes, because you get to meet me in some of the virtual shows, but I'm like, this one, I can bring other people in. So you're going to get to meet Heather and Wendy, and of course, the lovely and talented Steph. 1 or 2 of our other people were a little camera shy, so you're not going to get to meet them, but we'll tell you all about them and show you some pictures.
Pictures.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, and welcome to the Edmonton Fiber Frolic.
She's muted.
Good. Hi. Thank you so much, Caroline.
You're welcome. So we just left that as a free-flowing conversation, because I think that, that just feels like it has a little bit more of a personal touch to it. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're still actually live on the main stage. I let it
Oh,
go.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, so that, because of all the craziness. And we also,
Well, I really want to give you guys a pat on the back because, like I said in the earlier part of this discussion, you've really done something unique and interesting in terms of fostering and building another form of community with the fiber arts, because I think that's so incredibly important for people. And I really hope that they do take the time to give you guys a pat on the back for the hard work, because it has to be an enormous challenge to try something this new and exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. It is a challenge, and we're really, really sorry for all we still don't know what happened, but like we're furiously trying to send out a workaround for everyone. So,
Well, I'm
yeah.
sure everyone's going to understand, and they're going to be patient, because it is hard to try a new platform and a new style of event. And you guys are breaking some ground, and sometimes technology isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
A blessing
doing
and a curse.
Give me my spinning wheel. That's all I want
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. I just want to go and not be in front of a screen and like weave.
So, okay, we'll let you guys go to your booth, but thank you so, so much.
It's
Thank
our
you.
pleasure. Thank you very much, ladies, and have a